Come on, thing. Load up. Okay. And everything? Yep, 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 yep. Oh, I really need to sort out my inventory. Leaving so soon? GLaDOS! What are you doing here? Oh no. Who is this person? Someone who needs to be taken down a peg. Indeed. Now, boys. Is that any way to talk about someone who's here to help you? Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you all again. You said it, Matthew. Chalice, I thought we might see you again. This just gets better and better. I'm beginning to feel left out. You're not missing much. Let's find out what they have to say. Why, thank you. At least the older generation still remembers its manners. We've actually been waiting for you folks for a while now. We were starting to worry, right, GLaDOS? Yes, worry. We're relieved you made it this far. Why are you pretending to care about our well-being? What's it to you? Our concern is entirely selfless, I assure you. You came all this way for a rock feather, right? We've been helping you along. Helping us? Without Sveta's slap energy, no one can wake the rock. You don't think Sveta would help these thugs, do you? Not a chance. Sveta? Of the Kazimir clan? I didn't know you knew Volchek's sister. Volchek, of course. This is his doing. He set a trap for us. He let us escape, knowing Sveta would come after us, give us the slap glove, and point us here. Impressive deduction. Naturally, I can neither confirm nor deny its accuracy. Enough of this. State your business. Why are you here? You've come for Matthew and his friends, haven't you? As we fled Belenisk, I had the feeling that it went too easily. Now I know why. Is that so? What will we gain by capturing these stray dogs? Then why do all this? Because we needed to talk to Matthew and his friends, and to be sure that they would listen. We're talking in circles here. Why us? What would you need us for? Can't you tell? You'll find out. So, did you capture Iolio for the same reason, just to draw us in? What were you getting at when you said leaving so soon? I wanted you to know that if you leave now, you're missing out. Exactly. You've come a long way, and we wouldn't want you to leave without completing your task. Task? What do you care about our task? Simple. We want the magma orb. The magma orb? What is that? Oh. Did Tret and Laurel not share that little detail with you? What a shame they didn't trust you. They don't trust you more. So, what is the magma orb? Something Laurel's afraid of. I'm not listening to any more of this. You've got some scheme, and I don't want any part of it. Our scheme has brought you this far. Enough riddles. What are you two after? We've explained that. We brought you here to get the magma orb for us. Not the best way to ask a favour, and you still haven't explained what this thing is. The magma orb powers Belenisk's alchemy machine. Now I get it. What? I got it too. That must be what Laurel was concerned about. I understand. So, you plan to start that machine? Why? Can't tell you, but I will say that if we don't start it soon, Hoju and Iolio will regret it. Treacherous snake. I knew this was a trap. No. This cannot end well. You were right, Tyrrell. This certainly is a trap. Chalice, I think we're done here, aren't we? Yes, I believe we are. So, where is the magma orb? Oh, right. That little detail. Enough with the act. Just tell us. They seem really eager to help GLaDOS. We should at least give them a hint, hmm? Definitely. Kill the rock, and you'll find the orb, unless it kills you first. Bring the orb to Belenisk. It looks like they've gone. Look out. This is going to hurt. Get ready, everyone. Do not panic. We can do this. Maybe you guys can. Ryuko, take cover. Have one that ups everyone's defense. Whoa. Look at that. Should we check it out? Wow, it's beautiful. So this is the magma thingy we've been looking for. The magma orb. Yes. Just as they said. Oh, Jew. It really is lovely. So, what do we do? What do you mean? We take it with us, right? But surely this is exactly what Laurel was concerned about. Right. Those guys want to turn on the alchemy thingy that Laurel doesn't want turned on. Right. You all made a promise. I suppose I should have seen this coming. Young one, what are you saying? I'm saying I should have known better than to assume Matthew would just forget a promise. You don't mean... You know exactly what I mean, Hosanne. Ryuko. I'm taking the magma orb now. Don't try to stop me. Oh, we'll stop you all right. Don't try it. If I were to smash this orb, the release of energy would be the end of us all. You wouldn't dare. If you did, your sister's life would be forfeit. You're right. But I'm obviously desperate. Can you risk it? Why are you so desperate? My sister is in prison, and I need to save her. Nothing can stand in my way. I don't buy it. You think I'm lying? Just what part of this do you think I'm making up? I know you want to save your sister, but you're making it sound like you just want to go off on your own. I think you know that we would all be overwhelmed by guilt if we broke our word to Laurel. So you decided to spare us the pain by taking the orb out of our hands. Ha! If that's what you think, you're bigger fools than I could have imagined. I'm doing this because I'm sick of mincing around the problem when a solution is right in front of us. Oh, that's it. Not another step. Good boy. Finally figured out who's in charge, have you? Now, hand over the snap glove and one of those magma shards. I'll leave you the other shards, so you can follow us into the ruins if you like. I hope none of you take this personally. It really is just about saving my sister, you know. You'll regret this moment. Young one, Ryuko, we have to do this, don't we? I'm afraid we do. Goodbye, everyone. He's gone. He's going to pay for this. I can't believe we lost the slap glove and the magma orb all at once. Makes it hard to figure out what our next move is, huh? Meh. You're right, Matthew. We've still got people who need saving in Belanisk. 3 will do, right? Sure, 3 will be fine. Um, I saw it. I saw the mountain rock with my own eyes. It was as big as a mountain. Its cry was a new kind of music, and I shall try to bring it to our next performance. Back to Belanesk. Yep, that's better. There's still one more thing I need to do. My wife and I were never able to have children of our own, so we help care for our neighbours' children. My husband and I try to feed the local children when we can. It's terrible to go hungry. Welcome to Border Town. You're coming in from Morgul, right? Headed to Bibbelin next? You know what's great? Humans and beastmen living and working together. That's what. Really is a dream world. I've heard that Bibbelin is a country ruled by a woman. I wonder what she's like. Please don't tell my wife what I was just saying. Bibbelin has a lord, but I guess he's kind of weak, and the lady is the real power there. I wonder what it would be like to run your own country. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just joking around. They say the more you fight, the closer you must be. My sister and I are really close. I was born and raised here, but I'm proud of how humans and beastmen work together in this town. Welcome to Border Town. We're sort of a cultural crossroad between the East and West. Last night, the wife and I were bickering when our son came in and said something ridiculous. We laughed so hard that we forgot what we were fighting about. There's probably a lesson there of some kind. Our son is such a piglet. Last night he had fallen asleep, then suddenly woke up and asked if it was breakfast time. Is it time to eat yet? Did you get some good rest? Great. Take care now. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah. I'm happy to announce that your voices have been heard, and we're about to play Arangoa Prelude. Oh man. Hey, got a request? Yep. You were asked to play that song when Lord Matthew arrived. Do you want us to go ahead and start playing now? Yep. Ahem. 1, 2, 3. Matthew. It's me, Sveta. Do you all hear Sveta's voice? Sveta, of the Casimir clan? So, you know about that name. There is no time now, but I will explain further. There's no use looking around for me. I'm not there. It seems Sveta is somehow projecting her voice directly into our minds. Yes, that's it exactly. One more thing. You were hiding from us. No. This conversation is actually thanks to our why am I having so much trouble today? No, this conversation is actually thanks to Rangoa Prelude. You do not believe me? I know you think you cannot trust me because of the secret about my brother. But there is no time for doubt. When the music ends, we won't be able to speak anymore. Thank you for giving me a chance. Now please hear me out. A Rangoa Prelude is your key into the ruins. While it plays, most people become senseless and still. But hurry. Enter the ruins underground through the statue before the music ends. Now. Offer a fragment of the volcano's power to reach the interior. You came as promised. Thank you. Sveta. Don't you mean Your Royal Highness Sveta? Nothing escapes you, does it, Tyrell? That's right. So why the big secret? Shh. You mustn't raise your voice, or they'll find us. Who? The Tuaparang commanders in here with us. I believe you have already encountered Blados and Chalice. They're from Turaparang. Why are they in Belanisk? I've heard of Turaparang, but I don't know much about it. It's a country ruled over by someone they called the High Emperor. The High Empira. Oh. Tuparang seems to be focused entirely on military power and conquest, rather than helping its citizens. It saddens me deeply to imagine such a place. But Sveta, how? One more thing. Please understand that I never wanted to mislead you. But that poor girl, Ho Chu, was imprisoned after losing her parents. I thought if I helped her brother... So, that's the trap that Blados used on you. What? Blados used you. No, that can't be. That would mean my brother. Volshek would have to have been part of Blados' scheme. Why would he... So, you all were... and Hoju was... Magma orb? What's that? A power source for the ruins. And Ryuko stole it? Why would he do something so dangerous? Amazing. Did you get all that from Matthew's mind? Sveta, that was astounding. I knew you had an I knew you had an extrasensory ability, but still, most impressive. Really, I'm glad you appreciate it, but I wish it was gone. Life would be better without it. My father felt the same way, Sveta. I know living with telepathy can be hard, but I... Ahem. Sorry to butt in on your special time, but we do kind of have a job to do here. Matthew, I'm sorry for getting you all involved without telling you the whole story. Can you forgive me? Meh. I'll take your smile as forgiveness. Thank you for understanding. So, that's all settled. Huh? Why are you looking at me? I'm just making sure that we've all forgiven Sveta now. Oh, that... yeah, we're good. Wonderful. Also, if you're willing to come with us, Sveta, I'm sure you'll be very useful. Certainly, an adept with extraordinary abilities, and who knows her way around Belanisk sounds ideal. Thank you for the vote of confidence, but I don't actually know much about the ruins. This area is just one part of the ruins complex, and I've only been here a few times. But we should be fine. I walked south to get here, so if we head north, we should get to the castle. Finally, some information we can actually use. Alright, let's head to the castle. Blah, blah, blah. I want to explore. Oh well. Strange. What's wrong, Sveta? The passage is gone. Gone? Where'd it go? I have no idea. What could be happening? There was only one path I could have taken. I couldn't have taken a wrong turn. We should climb these stairs, should we not? And from there we can reach the castle. Yes, that's right. We should be able to go right into the castle from there. I am confused. But with the path gone, we apparently can't get any further north. And so, we can't get into Belanisk Castle. Wait, did you all hear a buzzing sound? And the smell of hot oil? I think a machine is starting up. How did you open the door just before we met again? Easy, we used a magma shard. And we have seen platforms and strange devices in response to the shards. What's going on? No. Something in these ruins has activated. Because of a magma shard? Surely not. A magma shard wouldn't have enough power, would it? I don't know, but it looks like our promise to Laurel is broken. It must have been Ryuko. He had the magma orb. How could he do this? We cannot find out from here. Let us proceed into the depths of the ruins. Let's get going. If we talk any longer, Iolio will be soup by the time we get to him. Well, what are we looking at here? would appear to be a gate. A gate into the deepest part of the ruins, or so it would appear. We've come this far. I guess we just keep going. Is someone pushing us a certain way? The Tipperang, maybe? I don't know, but it doesn't feel like the Tipperang to me. Who then? Sveta, what do you know about this gate? Nothing. I thought this was a dead end. But I agree with Karis. We have no choice but to press on. But I must admit, the ruins are amazing. I never dreamed anything like this was under Belenisk. We couldn't agree more. I'm glad you finally decided to show yourselves. What do you mean? Ryuko and Huzan have been following us through these passages for some time. That's it, Ryuko. You treacherous. Please allow us to apologize for our recent actions. Apologize? I'm afraid the stakes are too high for a simple apology to suffice. Everyone, please. We don't have time for infighting now. I think we really have been led here. It's the only explanation that makes sense. Sveta's right. Something in the air says... Oh, something is off. There's no doubt. You see, Hozan and I weren't following you. Not intentionally anyway. Considering how we parted ways before, it would have been tricky to track you down at all. The young one is right. We entered these ruins entirely on our own. The path isn't particularly complicated, but suddenly our way back disappeared. Since we couldn't go back, we forged on. Eventually we found you. Our story is similar. I suppose it's plausible the same thing happened to you. I wouldn't lie at a time like this. Hoju's life hangs by a thread. Well, without an obvious exit, all we can do is press on. Every minute we stand here, Iolio. One more thing. Who are these Tipperang you were talking about? They are the fiends who set the mountain rock on us. But you don't think it's them leading us around in here? That's what Karis and Sveta believe. I don't know who else it could be, though. I know that makes some sense, but it doesn't quite feel like the answer. Ryuko has the magma orb. The Tipperang could just take it and start the machine. But if that were the only goal, why not just do it? What else are they up to? Agreed. If the only goal is starting the machine, they could do it faster themselves. There must be some explanation. So what do we do? Press on? Go back? I guess we can't actually go back, can we? I can only guess, but I suspect we have only to travel down this path to find our answers. Sveta, what's wrong? Tonight is the full moon. The people of Belenisk will celebrate a festival. It is an important day for beastmen, but also for these ruins. You see, the festival is not simply for the beastmen. It is the time we pray for the revival of the ancient civilization. And you think Volchek and the Tuparang want to use us to bring that revival about? If that's so, heading down the path here is playing right into their scummy hands. True, but our return path is gone, and we cannot sit idle. Every second brings Yolio closer to the end. Well, we can try to force our way backwards, or we can forge ahead. I don't know which is worse. Whatever we do, we can't lose sight of the fact we're here to save Yolio and Hochu. I guess that is why you're the leader, Matthew. Lead on. Arrange sun, moon, and matter into a pleasing whole to reveal the path forward. In all things, there is balance. Strike one to affect the other. Okie doke. Oh, I missed that. I feel silly now. Now where are we? I don't know, but that seems important. Another gate. I wonder how many there are. Hey, look over there. What? Oh my. What happened here? Look at all this. It's breathtaking. Looks like a war happened in this room. But who fought it? It looks like the soldiers were fighting the statues. Why not? We've already seen a divine stone bird. Statues come to life seems positively tame. Take a look at the remains of that statue. It's embedded into the stone wall. Who could have done that? I suppose it would have to be an adept, wouldn't it? It would take a tremendously powerful adept to bury a statue in the wall like that. Do you think this mystery adept went through the gate after the battle? Well, anybody strong enough to do all this would have won the fight, so probably. Unless something other than raw power is necessary to pass through the gate. Regardless, it would seem that the Tuparang have again anticipated our path through the ruins. Yeah, I guess so. But who are these Tuparang exactly? You know them as Blados and Chalice. They come from a country called Tuparang. It's ruled over by someone called the High Emperor, who pursues military power above all else. If that's so, I imagine this High Emperor leads his army personally. I wouldn't know. Military matters are not something I've ever studied. It seems absurd even to call such a place a country. It sounds like one massive army. So, do you know why these Tuparang were trying to bring you all to Belanisk? I wish we knew. If we understood their goals, we might start getting some real answers, but we know nothing. What we do know is that they are immoral, ruthless, and partnered with my brother. This one here, was he a Tuparang? Yeah. I think we've seen that uniform. You're right, that's definitely a Tuparang soldier. That would suggest that the Tuparang are after something in these ruins. Well, Matthew, what's our next move? Meh. You're right. There's no reason to backtrack, so we have no choice but to continue onward. Sounds like we're moving on. We're not much use in battle, but we'll stick with you to the end. Use the conjured hand to smash the Dark King with the Light Soldier and open the way. thought it would be slap on it. Doy. Wait, it isn't? Okie doke. Hi. Oh wait, I can push it, can't I? Jupiter is the lord of the winds. I should have read that first. Mars is the master of the flames. Venus is the queen of the land. Mercury is the ruler of the waves. If we couldn't see that one coming a mile away. Only he who can bring order to the stars shall see the road that leads to the end. You have done well, my heirs. We start the sun's rotation, using the power of the beastmen to reach the final gate. When the sun hides behind the moon, a greater power covers the world in shadow. Holy Flame's light reveals the proper locations of the four great powers. Venus, Mercury, I am one of the wards. Ye visitors to Lunar Tower, be ye descendants of the exalted Genii? Yep. The way to the heart of Lunar Tower will open only to those who unite the power of all four synergies. If ye seek to access to Lunar's heart, present the powers of the four synergies. If ye truly be children of the Genii, open the way before ye with your own powers and unseal Lunar Tower. It would appear we're at the cusp of reaching the tower's core. Yeah, but how do we present the powers of the 4 Cynergies? And do we even want to unseal this tower? What of our promise to Laurel? I agree. I feel like we might be in a bit over our heads here. Yes, this gate has stood sealed for many generations. I feel it must hold something dangerous. The ward said something about using Cynergy, right? That's not our strong suit, so we'll sit this out. Funny how those guys are always ready to sit it out whenever things look a little dangerous. Relax, everyone. We don't have time to argue. We need to figure out what we're doing here. What? Reset it? Oh, cheap. It is good to see the clans acting in concert once more. Welcome, children of the Jedi. You may now access the core of Lunar Tower. Behold, the heart of the tower, the alchemy dynamo. Now place the power source within the alchemy dynamo. Activate Lunar Tower. Power source. That must mean the magma orb, right? What do you think, Hosann? We can't let him do this. We made a promise to Laurel. We can't break our word and activate this machine. Correction. You made a promise to Laurel. I didn't promise anything to anyone. But we have to take her warning seriously. And doesn't this place feel different to the other ruins? Meh. Yes. From Laura's warning to the strong differences, this place is clearly dangerous. You're right about one thing. Placing the magma orb into the core will unseal the tower. You really did make it. I guess you win our bet, Chalice. Yes. Thank you, dear Matthew. I feel like I could hug you. You. Did you snakes follow us all the way down here? Not at all. We just kept tabs to make sure you would make it here. You all had me worried a few times. I thought about offering some help, but I didn't think you would accept it. We've had enough of your help. Yeah, who do you think you're fooling? I wouldn't trust you to lace my shoes. If you think we would trust you, then you have severely underestimated us. GLaDOS, Chalice, and... Why are you here? Be careful, young one. We don't know their intentions. Enough. Place the orb in the machine. Now. You don't want to know what will happen if you refuse to cooperate. Oh yeah? I'm kind of curious, actually. I guess we have to show you. Say your prayers. Agreed. It's time to show these little brats who's in charge here. Not bad. I guess we did underestimate you. Let's not be too hasty. We were outnumbered after all. You brats may have won the battle, but we won the war. What are you? Where is Ryuko? Ryuko, no! You'll want to stay right where you are and watch. History is about to unfold before your very eyes. You're crazy if you think we'll let you. That wasn't a request. Who are you? Explanations can wait. Right now, Lunar Tower is about to be activated. But why? What do you Tuparang stand to gain with this? How clever of you to discover Tuparang's involvement. Or perhaps not so clever. Did you tip our hands, Sveta? Of course. Unlike my brother, I want nothing to do with the foul Tuparang. Is that so? Well, I might be hurt by your words, if I were a Tuparang. It looks like the time has come. Start the machine. Ryuko, you mustn't. Don't do it. Think about Laurel's warning. My brother has won. You know this is wrong. Hesitation, Ryuko? You haven't changed your mind, have you? I won't force you, but I will mention that your sister's safety does hang in the balance. Alchemy Dino, powered on. Lunar Tower preparing to activate. Activating Lunar Tower. Personnel within the tower should evacuate immediately. Good work, Ryuko. You had better keep your promise. Of course. I bear your sister no ill will. Jew. Hosan, are you alright? What is happening? Ryuko, why? Didn't have a choice. This is your fault, monster. In what way could this possibly be my fault? Ryuko has done this by his own hand. Hide behind your excuses, coward. I swear you will pay for what you've done here. How many times must I demonstrate to you tiresome insects that you can't beat me in battle? At least once more, apparently. Face us, you masked coward. tire of being addressed by my mask. In the future, you may call me Arcanus. Arcanus, what are you and the Tupperang after? Why do you want the tower activated? You know that your parents saved the world by restoring the principles of alchemy, yes? Of course. So what? I see you haven't drawn the connection yet. The lighthouses that your parents ignited were towers, machines very similar to the one we're standing in. Like the elemental lighthouses, this tower holds a force sealed away eons ago. The only difference is that the creators of this tower never wanted their prison breached. Never? What have you tricked us into? Tricked you? In what way have I tricked you? Commencing ascent. Evacuate tower immediately. Sounds like it's time for me to take my leave. If you survive, perhaps we'll finish our talk another time. But know this. Opening the seal on this dreaded machine was only the beginning. I look forward to our next meeting. Until then, farewell. He is gone. We can't let that bother us now. If Arcanus needed to hurry out of here, we should be escaping too. Agreed. The all-powerful Arcanus is worried. We should get out of here post-haste. I guess our best bet is to follow his escape route, huh? Ascending to surface. Commencing ascent. My name is Eclipse. When the world is at its darkest, I shall appear. Here goes the kettle again. I probably shouldn't try to make tea while half asleep anymore. Even without the execution, there's a real racket outside. Where do they get the energy? I don't know where you're going, but this isn't the way. There. Go back and find the right way. Young one, look. Who's there? Hoju. Yuko? Is that you? I assure you it is, and we are here to rescue you, my lady. Zan, I'm so glad you're here. Now we just have to break open this lock somehow. Do not trouble yourselves. I'll be happy to open it for you. My dear brother. Brother? But I thought Sveta's brother was Volchek, yes? King Volchek? Why are you here? Why so nervous, little sister? I won't bite. I just heard that you'd activated my tower and I came to thank you. It hurts me that you don't believe anything I've said. Perhaps this will convince you of my sincerity. Maybe he is telling the truth. Quiet. He'll hear. Yuko. Hoju. My lady. Ah. Lovely and touching reunion. Still, I imagine Eolio would appreciate it if you'd wrap things up and release him. Who are you? I'd know that voice anywhere. I'm glad it's not been so long that you've forgotten me. Hopefully you'll remember your lessons as well. I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. I hope you haven't been waiting around for me. Good to see you again, sir. The sentiment is quite mutual, Reef. You look well. Cradon, was it? Your name is familiar. Have we met before? Ah, greetings, King Volchek. I'm Cradon, scholar of alchemy. During your father's reign, I had the pleasure. Of course. Master Cradon, I remember now. You once visited my father along with the warriors of Vale. Yes. Your father was a great help to us in obtaining a mountain rock feather. My father had great respect for skilled warriors. He spoke of your visit often, and with great warmth. Not surprising given that it gave him the chance to meet perhaps the greatest warriors in the world. I was greatly saddened to hear of the former king and queen's deaths. I grieve for your loss. Thank you. It was a terrible blow. But where are my manners? I've not greeted your friends. My apologies. I should have introduced the heirs of the warriors of Vale. Is that so? My associates didn't mention that they were of such august lineage. I'll wager there's much more they have neglected to tell you. Indeed. Would you elaborate? To start with, there is the Eclipse Tower. So you know Luna's Tower's original name. You're indeed well versed in ancient lore. Enough to know that activating it was a tragic error. That is enough. This country suffered under foreign rule for 10 long years. Morgul has no choice but to arm itself. Only with the power of the ancients can we subjugate Sana and Bilibin before they return us to slavery. But why ally yourself with those foul Tuparang? No more questions. This audience is over. Your pirate friend is locked up across the way. Take him and be gone. Volchek. Miss Sveta, was it? Your brother is much deceived. The tower is not a weapon, at least not in the sense he believes. Then what is it? What is its purpose? Unfortunately, full explanation would take more time than we have. Suffice to say, the tower is no weapon. Excuse me, Cradden, if I may ask, what took you so long? Regrettably, that explanation will also have to wait. Let's rescue Eolio and be on our way. I note 3 Sananans. I don't know. Are they part of your group now, Matthew? Not really. We're just tagging along, sir. We needed Matthew's help in order to save my sister. Good. If your goal has already been accomplished, I suggest you flee Belanisk at once. But why, Cradden? Yeah. Why are they suddenly in danger or something? Flee Belanisk? Why must they leave? Please, Cradden, explain. Activating Lunar Tower was a terrible mistake, and one that will likely bring calamity to the world. This is primarily my instinct speaking, but that tower closely resembles the elemental lighthouses. And when those lighthouses were activated, the consequences were disastrous and far-reaching. You three don't appear to be adepts in the disaster. I fear you would likely not survive. Be that as it may, I've decided to follow Matthew through any danger to repay him for his help. Ryoko, we all appreciate your sense of honour, but listen to Cradden. This could be a fatal mistake. And you've only just reunited with your sister. If you part ways again, imagine the anxiety she'll suffer. Our job right now is to deal with this tower thing. Your job is to protect your sister. Ryuko, we haven't worked to reunite you with your sister, so you can throw your life away now. We are in debt to all of you. I wish it could be otherwise, but farewell. Now, let's go get Eolio out of his cage. Cradden, you should know, we were involved in the tower's activation. Thank you for your honesty, but I believe you bear less blame than you might think. I suspected for some time that someone has been manipulating you and your actions. Really? Who? I refer to that masked man you've encountered several times now. Oh, you mean that scum Arcanus? Arcanus? Is that what he's calling himself now? Why would he choose that name? Of course. Now it makes sense. Very droll. Naturally, if he's going to associate with the Tuparang... forgive me. I was lost in thought, but we really mustn't dawdle any longer. Eolio should be locked up on the other side of the castle. We must go with all haste. Get me down from here. What do I use? Ah! Ouch. So, this is the part where I'm supposed to thank you guys? Yeah, I think it is, since you're all not boiled right now. Would my saying thanks make you feel good about yourself? Like a big boy? I knew saving a pirate was a waste of our time. Let me guess. Ithean, right? Yes. Why? Nothing. I just never saw an Ithean wear real clothes before. Are you trying to start a fight, you despicable thug? That is enough from both of you. We don't have the luxury of arguing right now. Our world needs us. You! Do you actually know Cradden? You were with the Warriors of Vale. I'll always remember that. I'm truly impressed. You were but a toddler when we last met. And that face. It's been 30 years, but you look exactly the same. How? You should know that it's not polite to stare at the elderly. Seriously though, can anyone tell me why he looks exactly the same? Apparently, something about the golden sun kept Cradden and the Warriors of Vale from getting old. If that's true, I have to say I'm a little jealous. Don't be. It's true that I don't age, but it's not quite as glamorous as it sounds. Yeah, it must stink to get to live forever after you're already super old. That's enough about me. We need to get out of Villanisk as soon as possible. Not that I want to stay or anything, but what's the rush? Luna is blotting out Soul entirely. And what will happen then? Wow. What is that energy coming off the tower? The sun is being swallowed up by the moon. This can't be connected. Matthew, we need to get to the pier immediately. What's wrong, Sveta? My spirit sense synergy is activating itself without my will. Brother? Volchek? You say the creatures are in there? Are in here? Yes, Your Majesty. We just managed to corral them inside. Then why is it so quiet? You're quite certain that they are still in here? Yes, sire. After the monsters attacked our citizens, we drove them in here. It was a vicious battle, my liege. Many men were wounded. It's almost a miracle that we were able to corner them, but we did it in the end. I see. Thank you for your heroic efforts, gentlemen. You have done well. Still, the silence disturbs me. How can so many creatures not make any noise at all? Have they somehow fled without our noticing? Highly unlikely, sire. Any ant couldn't squeeze through the perimeter we've established. Your Majesty! Sire, please don't go in, it's too dangerous. What are you doing, Your Majesty? You may stay here, if you lack the courage to follow me in. King Volchek, Silence. Listen. Is that a violin? No. It's an entire string section. I hear it. Yeah. They're just playing music? It's pretty. This feels wrong. The door! And now the brass section joins in. The curtains are about to open. Weapons at the ready, men! Stop! What happened just now? Sveta? Sveta! Sveta! Sveta, are you alright? I think so. That image of King Volchek. Did you conjure that? Image? You mean you saw what's happening at the Opera House too? You think Volchek sent you that image? Maybe he's asking for your help. Matthew, we need to get to the Opera House with all haste. The other members of band have all left town. I might be the only musician in Belenisk. My granddaughter. Where is she? Don't hurt it. Please don't hurt Crystallux. I knew the dragon was real. I knew you were real. So we have to say goodbye now. But we just met. Arr. Please, take good care of this dragon. The dragon seems to want to aid Matthew in his quest. Matthew, we should be going, and soon. Here lies a beloved wife and daughter. Here lies a man grateful to have lived as long as he did. Excellent. We've made it to the pier. Can anyone explain to me what just happened? Did Belanisk, the impregnable fortress city, really get invaded by monsters? They were everywhere. We could not walk 5 feet without being attacked by random creatures. I can see a little village getting overrun like that, but a city this size, not a chance. Apparently, there was at least one chance. Cradden, do you know what happened back there? I have a theory, yes. Leave it to Cradden to develop an explanation while running from hordes of monsters. Yes. In any case, I believe the cause was the shadow created by Luna as it eclipsed Sol. What does that have to do with anything? First of all, we're all in agreement that the monsters did not appear until dawn, correct? Once they did manifest, they appeared in the shadows, away from the sunlight. Did you notice that? Sure. Of course, you knew all along. Always one step ahead, eh, Matthew? At any rate, I conclude that the monsters appeared from the shadows cast at dawn. But there's more. Does it have something to do with Luna's influence? Yes. I theorize that the shadows Luna casts are gathering and concentrating evil energy into them. What is the relationship between the monsters and this evil energy? Well, we usually see monsters in the deep, dark places of the world, correct? Places rife with evil energy. These places strengthen monsters, and this eclipse, unlike natural darkness, radiates the same energy. Meaning, unfortunately, that not only are monsters out of their usual haunts now, but they are stronger. So, why do they hate the light? Light dispels the foul energy that these creatures feed on. It's painful and draining to them. And Belanisk is now a miasma of this dark and evil energy. Is my home lost then? I'm afraid it may be. Everyone look on Belanisk and remember it well. We may not see it again. Sadly, that is not the end of the bad news. If I'm correct, the effect is not restricted to Belanisk. What? How far will it reach? Anywhere under the shadow of the eclipse, presumably. Well, that's it then, right? It's the end of the world. Your father would be disgusted to hear you give up so quickly. But what can we possibly do? That ship. Is that Briggs's ship? Ship? You mean that floating pile of junk over there? It does appear a bit aged. He must have repaired it. He must have repaired it. He must have had it repaired. What flag is that ship sailing under? It's my dad's boat. I think it looks a bit different since the repairs. Look, that's Briggs. I'm sure of it. It must be a ship then. Wait, are the monsters on the ship? It appears so. We have to help him. Dad. Yolio. What is he doing? Yolio, don't be a fool. No, I've got a bad feeling about this. Yolio will not survive. You have to save him, Matthew. I can't see Aeolio anywhere. Dad. I never imagined that this would be how Briggs would leave us. Truly, death is unpredictable. Briggs docked his ship here to save us. It's not right that it's going to cost him his life. Yeah, the greatest pirates of the high seas should, I don't know, go down with the ship or something. If we hadn't kept him waiting, if we got here sooner, he might have lived to grow old. I have painted all pirates with the same broad brush, and now I find I owe my life to one. This is all my brother's fault. How many lives have now been lost to his terrible mistake? How bad is it, Dad? I had a good run. Lived my life free. Answered to no man. What are you talking about? You're too tough to let this be the end. Tell your mum I'm sorry to leave her alone. And take care of Champa for me. Dad! No! Just keeps getting colder. I can't wait to get back in the cabin. Quit complaining. It's disrespectful. Even the weather has gone mad. Can this all be from the effects of the tower? We are ready to begin. Yolio, are you sure this is what you want? Dad lives his life on the sea. This is how he'd want it. Dad, I wish I'd known you'd be gone so soon. Guess I thought I still had time. But I swear, I'm going to make the ones who did this pay, however long it takes. So rest in peace, Dad. I've got it from here. You're serious about that vow, aren't you, Aeolio? Absolutely. I'm sticking with you guys until we can stop all this and get revenge from my old man. Besides, someone's got to pilot this ship for you. So, that's all the talk for now. I'll get the ship ready to sail. We're ready to go. Time to push off. Yep. Good. Go find yourself a seat and we'll set sail. Volchek. That howl came from near the tower. It was Volchek. I'm certain. Sveta. Volchek. 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 Sveta, there's nothing you can do for him now. Come inside. It's cold out here. Sveta, dear sister. Volchek? Forgive me for being such a fool. Those Tuparang scum used me, and I didn't see it until it was too late. Of course I forgive you. Take this. I stole it from Blados. Hopefully you can use it as a weapon against the Tuparang. Where are you going? You can't stay in Belanisk. Where can I go but here? Come with us. I am King of Morgul. I cannot leave our capital when my own misjudgment may have destroyed it. Then I will stay with you. No, dear sister. I am the king, and you are the last of our line. My duty is to stay. Yours is to live. No, I refuse. Dock the boat and let me off. Goodbye, Sveta. I pray you live a long and happy life. Goodbye, Volchek. So, we made it. Between the monsters and the storm, I thought we'd had it. We appear to be basically safe and sound. I confess, I was hoping to wake up in the Palace of Aethe. I suppose my old life was the dream, though. Yeah, guess so. Kind of a rude wake-up call, eh? Ah, excellent. You are all awake at last. Sorry to interrupt everyone, but we can't just lie around anymore. Get up. So stiff. Oh. Are you certain we are ready? Maybe not, but what else are we going to do? Good morning, everyone. Oh, hey, Sveta. I'm glad to see you're all right, Sveta. You look remarkably well, Sveta. All right. You look like nothing happened. And hey, is it time to get up? Do we know something? Ah, is that the item that King Volchek threw to Sveta? He made it sound extremely important. So, what's the deal with it? At this point, we are still unsure what it is. Wait a minute. I thought you knew everything, Cradden. If Cradden can't identify it, I cannot believe it. You're kidding, right? Hey, we only have the item itself to work with. It's not a lot to go on, you know. Meh. Thanks for understanding, Matthew. It's nice to have a calm centre of the storm. The item is obviously ancient and presumably valuable, but these facts don't explain anything. We also know that Volchek risked his life to keep it out of our enemy's hands. Volchek also described it as a weapon, though it's still unclear what he meant. So, what do we do now? What have you learned while we were apart, Reef? What have I learned? Karis tells me that you've had quite the journey around the world before arriving in Belanisk. You've restarted alchemy machines and traversed Craggy Peak. I couldn't have done those things. Your accomplishments speak volumes of your determination and skill, as well as teamwork. Yes, I suppose you're right. Ultimately, I study only the distant past, which does nothing to answer questions on its own. So, what will answer our questions? Your travels have granted you experience, the true knowledge. You're saying we have to figure out what to do ourselves, and can't wait for you to tell us? More or less, though I certainly won't abandon you. Let's look for answers together. Well, you know my vote is always for doing stuff, not sitting around talking about it. And that may actually be our wisest course. Really? Indeed. Sometimes the surest path to knowledge is simply to start moving. Meh. I see that Matthew agrees with this approach. Excellent. So, are we done with this discussion? Almost. I did want to bring up that the tower's activation seems to have been somehow preset eons ago. That's what the ward machine in the tower said too. Somehow, the ancients knew we were coming, like a prophecy. That masked man claimed this was only the beginning. Yes, Arcanus also said we'd meet again, and soon. But know this, opening the seal of this dreaded machine was only the beginning. I look forward to our next meeting. Until then, farewell. That's what he said. I suspected as much. Up until now, we have done exactly as our enemies have expected. Yeah, we've been a step behind the whole way. Even Dad. I'm going to make them pay for that, though. I think it's fair to say you'll have your chance, Iolio. You've led well to this point, Matthew, so I see no reason to change that arrangement. Yeah, Matthew's got the job done so far. I'll keep following you. I would follow no other. You got a good head on your shoulders, kid. If we're all agreed, let's go. And while I defer to your leadership, Matthew, I have one suggestion. We will learn most about the eclipse if we can find some land that overlaps its edge and see it from the outside. We should also talk to local leaders, from kings to village chieftains. Any might know something useful. You should also know, Matthew, that my spirit sense can look into people's hearts. You may find it useful, so don't hesitate to ask me to use it. It's finally time to get moving. Since you're the new captain, you'll need to know how to get on and off the ship. To get off the ship, head for a beach or dock and sail right into it. To get back on, just walk back into the ship wherever it's waiting for you. So if you see a beach somewhere, it's probably worth checking out. You get all that? Yep. Great. I'll wait for your orders, Captain. I'll have to stop there for now because I'm hungry and I need something to eat.